Today we will be looking at Microsoft, MSFT. Let's look at where to buy and where to sell for the near term. Let's build wealth one share at a time. This is not financial advice, purely my point of view. Please buy carefully. Looking at Microsoft 3 months outlook, I want to get to the technical first, and then we look at the fundamentals number. Looking at the technicals, it is below 200 SMA. It's very sad. I don't know what happened. A lot of the tech stock, has been running all-time high, and Microsoft is just staying under 200 SMA, which is not a good sign. However, if you want to buy, you're a strong believer, you like it, nobody don't like it, right? So if you do want to buy, remember there's some risk. It could go lower. So if you do want to buy, understand what you're risking. You can buy the prior low right here, about 350. So since the year begins back here, it's hovering around 200 and then just came down. They poke above one time but failed. So that's not a good sign. So if you do want to buy it carefully. There is some buy point, I would say 350 could be a good buy this area. And then take profit at 200 SMA. That would be about 450 or so. Take profit is very important. Don't just look at buy and then just keep buying. You want to take profit. And where to cut loose, meaning you give up, you don't want to look at it anymore, you want to switch to some other stock. Where to cut loose? That is the question, right? Because below 200 SMA, there isn't any other good indication that if there's some support. So if we zoom out a little bit, another good support would be 345, which is close to 350. And then I would say, wow, look at it. So maybe 300. If it goes below 300, then that's not a long-term stock, I would say. There's a lot of risk if it goes below 300. So first, if you do want to buy, think carefully. There is room to grow, yes, but I mean, this is not. There's so many other stock that can look at. If you do want to buy, write out your plan. What is the buy? What is the take profit? Where's the cut loose and when to add? So when to add, if you do want to buy, I would say below 400 could be a buy if you're a strong believer. And between 350 and 400 is the zone that you can add. And then take profit at 200 SMA when it goes up, because it could just blast through 200 SMA and then keep going, or it could come ping it and then come back down, right? So for things that we don't know, maybe we do something that we know is better and risk less of whatever is left shares that you have, and then see where it goes. That's my point of view. Even though it's a strong stock, nobody disagree, it can fall badly, right? Like you see here. And if your rent, your grocery bill is dependent on it, you're forced to hold it, or you have to sell it at a loss to use that cash to pay something else, which is not a good feeling. That's the reason I say, if you want to buy and hold forever, really think carefully. Okay, let's come back and look at the boring part, the fundamentals. For PE, around 20, room to grow, that's great. For PE is how expensive the stock looks based on future earnings. So future outlook, good. Free cash flow, positive, billions, all those crazy numbers, that's a good sign. Revenue growth is how much the company's sales have been increased over time. That's positive. We want it to grow, keep growing. PEG ratio, price earning to growth ratio, it's like the PE ratio plus growth factor to the formula. So it shows whether the stock is cheap or expensive relative to how fast it's growing. Right now it's 1.27, it's around 1, which means fair value. The PE ratio matched the growth rate. So maybe that's why it has been keep selling. It tried to reach the 1.0 ratio. I'm not sure. And last, ROE, return on equity. It is how much profit a company makes every dollar that shareholders have invested. So we want the company to be very efficient, right? Make more money for us. It is around 34%, which is excellent. So you would ask why the fundamentals so good but technicals so bad. All the companies have been through this. That's why there's risk and reward. For my personal experience, I used to buy and hold forever long time ago when I started investing. But that caused a lot of downside. That caused me a lot of downsides because I hold it, I didn't sell when I can, and then hold the losers too for a long time. So what I learned now is since you can't sell at the top, but you can take profit once in a while and then move on. That's my genuine advice. Lastly, the important dates for Microsoft. July 29th is their earning. Expected move is 9.5%. What do you think? It is pretty low already, so it might move up a little bit, but what it does at the 200 SMA is key. Is it going to blast through or is it going to hit the wall and calm down? Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Is it going to blast or drop? Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.